the 25th of April, and I'm just going to continue documenting the human rights abuses that I'm experiencing in Tralee, County Kerry, Ireland. As a job seekers allowance recipient who's experiencing professional, economic and reputational damages due to social trendsetters and social influencers that have brazened it into my proximity and that are stealing professional and reputational and recreational opportunities, that have slandered my good name, that have caused awful publicity in the kingdom, that have disturbed the peace, that have damaged my child, that have ignored the laws and the legalities. I'm really surprised and flabbergasted that any integrity would be disrespected by any political professionals in this situation. The individuals that have stolen from me have absolutely no qualification or entitlement to what they're helping themselves to. As a woman of advocacy, as I have helped many people since 2006 and even before then, the abuse and human rights violations I'm experiencing are quite astounding, and I'm quite surprised that any authoritarians or any establishment or agency would think that they have any possibility of repeat offences, especially with regard to the reparations that I'm owed. So in a capacity of humanitarian work, I have been peacekeeper, I have been negotiator, reconciliator. I have helped many people reach a new frontier, as such, so to speak, with a new perspective about old problems. I've had to cope with my own old issues that these people have caused for me, and they just seem to keep repeating the same offences and not having learned from the past. So I'm quite surprised how the Mental Health Commission, Medical Council, the Child and Family Agency, that has not got a lawful care order in place, and I'm finding it very astounding that these reputable establishments are finding it very difficult to comprehend the extent of their offences. When medical negligence occurs, the Medical Council is to address that kind of issue. When mental health practitioners trespass onto private property and withhold a woman unlawfully and based on very unfair and unjust and unsubstantiated circumstances, that's an issue that the Mental Health Commission needs to address. And when a child is unlawfully separated from his mother without so much as a piece of paper presented on the occasion and without a just and fair trial, that's an unlawful care order of 3 years old now. So the issue of these matters continuing and repeat offenders thinking that turning the blind eye doesn't mean we have to, we don't have to look at this problem. We don't have to worry about damaging a Royal Sacred Universal Light Worker, humanitarian recovery advocate. We don't have to worry about, damaging a teacher's profession. We don't have to worry about the harm we caused to her child. We don't have to worry about her matrimony being damaged because of what we want from their property. I would appreciate intelligent human beings having a reality check and working out the sums and figures and the facts and legitimacy and authenticity of the situation of this farce that is caused in this county as a consequence of my property and entitlements and my fortunes being spent by people that have no right to my wealth. Repeat offenders in my proximity disturbing the peace that have been causing problems for the past 15 years are liable and liabilities to other people's lives. So flirting with trouble that is quite dangerous when it comes to faith that you have disrespected isn't going to progress you very far on the road to ascension. When you aren't an authentic human being and when you're a fraud and inauthenticity. Ascension doesn't work, and neither does fraud. So the fraud's flirting with this kind of trouble when damaging a mother and child and not paying their dues, and that have reparations that they owe Mrs. Maria McElligott, a Duchess of the House of Hernandez. I'd appreciate the Government of Ireland acknowledging who its obligations are to, and I'd appreciate the people in this building removing themselves from my proximity where they've been disturbing the peace.